Yeah, I mean, it all sounds good. Like, how do we, like, how does it work from now?
Cool. So to get you rocking and rolling, we process first payment now. We can do that on a Visa or MasterCard. Which one would you prefer?
Um, well, it probably would be a visa. Like, can I have a couple of days just to make sure, before we go ahead?
Yeah, you can have a couple days, man. You can have a week. You don't even have to get back to me at all. Before you do go think about it then, like, do you actually feel like with what we've gone through, can get you to XYZ, or how do you feel?
Yeah, yeah, I feel like it can.
There's a big pulse there. Are you like entirely certain, or is there something making you feel like you can't?
Oh, well, does 100% really exist?
In what way?
Well, like, I don't think I'll ever be 100% certain, but like, yeah, I guess I just want to make sure like it's gonna work.
Okay, so I mean, is there anything specifically we've gone over that makes you feel like you can't get to XYZ goal like we've done
Okay,
for?
quick pause. Quick
Yep.
pause. We're gonna jump back in, but this is gonna go in circles now.
Yeah.
So when he says that, like he's right. Like, yeah, you'll never know. So just lean into it, right? So
Okay.
Anton, you did the same thing. What did I say? You
I
said
can't
like,
remember.
yeah, I mean, is 100% certain, is that a Oh thing? yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, does 100% like actually exist?
I mean, no, it doesn't. You make a good point because at the end of the day, like nothing's guaranteed. You could walk outside and get hit by a bus or a chopper or a freaking elephant for all we know, right? All we can do is put ourselves in the best position possible to get to where we want to be. So based off what we went through, like, do you feel like this puts you in the best position possible with the cards you've got?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
You don't seem sure at all, man. Are you sure? You're not just being polite?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, what's behind the uncertainty?
Oh, it's just something I've never done before, so I don't know. It's a bit new.
Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, it's normal. Like you said, you haven't done it before. At the same time, like for you to get to where you want to be, is that going to come from doing what you've done up until this point, or from doing something a bit differently? Maybe something that you don't know how it's going to work out, but you take that leap anyway. Like, how do you feel?
Yeah, probably the second one.
Okay. So based off what we went through, and you can tell me if not, like you don't have to be polite. Do you genuinely feel like what we went through can actually help you get to where you want to be? Because that's
Yeah,
the most.
yeah, yeah. Like, I do feel like it can help. Yeah.
Okay, what specifically do you feel like would actually help you though?
Um, just like the XYZ course and the coach I get and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Then we can move on. But when you go like twice, what's having you uncertain?
Yeah.
It's a little bit too like you're gonna get him to tell you all the reasons that he doesn't think it's gonna work out, which we don't want them saying. We want them saying all the reasons that will work out. And like if he's uncertain, that's fine. Lean into it for a second, and then just keep circling until you get the answer you need.
Appreciate it. Oh man, so what's actually coming up for you that's making you want to take a couple of days to even think about it?
Um, I guess it's more like just around like making sure the money works. I want to get like my ducks in a row.
Mhm.
Like I do this with every investment I make, just to make sure it actually does work.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, if you did get the results you're looking for, would the investment be worth it?
Hang on, just pause. What did he just say? Just then, the end part.
You've made investments before.
Yeah, that. And he said, so that I know it will work. I've always done this before so that I know it will work. That doesn't make sense. What does that mean? Well, when you say so that you know it will work, how do you mean? Oh, well, like if I have more time, like I'll have a better idea of if it'll work. Okay, I guess
All
between
right. Sorry.
like that, yeah, you can go, but I was gonna say like that's BS. Like a few days isn't gonna help someone know if it's gonna work or not. Ultimately, they're not gonna know until what?
To get stuck in.
Until they do it. So you gotta have him realize that.
Right. Yeah.
Just role play with me, Anton. So
Yeah.
yeah, I usually take a few days to make sure it's gonna work. When you say to make sure it's gonna work, like how do you mean, Anton?
Oh, like just work, like work within the budget, and like obviously if I put the money in, I'm gonna get it out as well.
Oh, okay. When you say to make it work within the budget, what do you mean by that?
Like I have the money. I just want to be sure like I don't have anything coming up in the future, any big bills that might spring on me and put me short.
Okay, I mean, money aside, would you do it?
Yeah, yeah, I would.
Well, why would you though? Because like money aside, it's still like time, effort, energy. Like it's not passive to get to where you want to be. Like, why would you actually make that commitment to yourself?
Oh, because it's gonna get me to where I want to go.
Okay. If it did get you to where you want to go, it got you to the point where you're making 10K a month so that you can XYZ, would that be worth $5,000 to you?
Yeah, it would.
Okay. So is it a case that you have the amount, it's just whether you want to invest or not, or is it a case where you want to do it, there's just no matter, like there's no scenario that you can make it work? Like that's going to take food off the table. Because I don't want to
No,
be,
like I said before, like I have it. It's just like I want to make sure nothing's gonna come up in the near future that kind of puts me short or puts a lot of stress on my shoulders. Like
what
I
do you
just
mean by that, sorry?
been like this around money. Like I'm a big like I get nervous when, around money, right? Like I've always been like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I over
That's, yeah. When you say you overthink it, how do you mean?
oh like I've seen my family mess up investments before, and I've done it when I was younger. Like I got into some bad debt, which taught me a lesson. So I've always been like this ever since, just to make sure I'm not screwing myself over, like I've seen other people do.
Hmm. When you refer to these other examples, like you mentioned you made an investment in the past and it didn't work out, and your family and your friends, like, could you tell me a bit more about the investment you made that didn't work out? Like, what are you referring to there?
Oh, that was just me like investing like in a it was like in one of my like family's businesses, like they asked me to invest, but obviously they were wrong and I was wrong to invest as well.
Okay, gotcha. So I mean, with that logic, man, like, can I be a bit cheeky with you?
You can.
Like, why not just give up on investing then? Like that one didn't work out. Like, why not just go investing in myself? It's just not for me. Like, it's never gonna work. Like, why even look at potential options to invest back into yourself?
Because I still don't like where I am
Okay. And how's that gonna change?
by getting help so I can learn.
Okay. So what do you feel like you need to do to put yourself in the best position to learn so that you can make a change and you don't stay stuck for the next 6 months?
Probably just invest in myself.
You don't have to, man. I mean, you tell me. Like, it's your decision, not mine.
Yeah, I guess I should invest in myself.
Okay. So what should we do?
Do it.
You sure?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, let's do it. Now, they might not be that easy, but see, like, when I lean out, see how Anton leans in? Like, that's the natural response. Is that making sense for you guys, or is that going over your
No,
head?
no, I'm gonna go over this call a couple times, but his particular objection has just stuck me.
Yeah, that's right. We were kind of in like free balling territory. It wasn't
I
like
actually
as
got that objection today. That's why I gave it.
yeah, nice. Would
It's good
you
though.
would you go about it any differently to how I did it, or how did you
The
overcome
way
it?
I did it, I was like, how long have you been making decisions that way? And then like making decisions based on one bad experience, like how beneficial has that been to get you where you want to go? It's like not very beneficial. And then I like separated the two different identities. I was like, yeah, because like you're thinking like a employee, right, who makes decisions out of
Mm,
fear and scarcity, and then business owner like Elon Musk, who failed 9 times before PayPal, Tesla, XYZ. What if he gave up on the first one? So then I was like, what do you feel like the business owner would do? He told me. And then I learned something from Dan last night. I was like, so who am I speaking to then? The business owner or the 9 to 5er?
That's so
yeah,
good.
nice. That was the one you posted today, yeah?
Yeah, it was a bit sloppy, but that was like roughly what I did.
Yeah, sick. I watched that. That was good. That was clean. You got over it
Yeah.
very quickly.
I had to
Yeah,
be quick because he had to go like 5 minutes after that. So I had to be fucking rapid with it.
yeah, yeah. There's so many ways you can do it. Another way is like how long ago was that investment? Just role play with me, Anton. How long ago was that investment that you
Like
didn't
six
work
months
out?
ago.
Okay, cool. And so like how old are you by the way?
22.
Okay. And you can be real with me, like on a scale of 1 to 10, if one is like, just nowhere near where you want to be, like, week to week paycheck, that sort of thing, and then 10 is like exactly where you want to be, like on a scale of 1 to 10, like how happy are you with where you're at in life right now?
Probably like 6.5, 7.
Okay. Why a 6? Why not or a 7? Why not like an 8 or a 9?
Oh, because I'm still kind of stuck in my job. Like I'm making good money, but it's not giving me the freedom or the ability to do what I want.
And over the last 6 months, has anything changed?
6 months has gone by.
Yeah, has anything else changed?
Not really.
Okay. So if all the decisions you've made over the last 22 years, including the last 6 months, has ultimately led you to a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10, like how much longer do you want to let that way of thinking dictate your results moving forward?
Not much longer.
Well, why not though? Because some people like I see this happen to people. They just keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. Like why not be one of those guys?
Because I've got to the stage where I'm sick of my job, so not, something needs to change.
Yeah. And like if you just keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. I learned this from Luke actually. I think he learned it from
Yeah,
Dan. If you
he
keep
did.
doing the same thing, expecting different results, like what's that the definition of?
Insanity.
So do you want to be insane or what do you feel like you need to do?
I guess not be insane.
So what does the sane person do right now?
Probably just changes the way they make decisions.
Probably.
No, they change the way they make decisions.
Okay. So what should you do?
Take action. Stop making decisions like I used to.
Bro, I could just picture Luke right now. How
Yeah,
though?
that's what I was thinking in my head as well.
Yeah, yeah. There's heaps of different ways you can do it. But like the underlying principles is like it's all questions and we're leaning back constantly. We've got a smile on our face. We're not like getting angry. We're not getting pissed off. We're not like being aggressive. It's just lean out, calm, chill, questions, smile. And it'll take you time to get to that point, right? Like you guys can like look back at the recording and you can transcribe it and that can help, but it'll take your time. It'll take your reps of actually going through objections that many times to get to that point. But that's why we got these role players. That's why we do role plays outside of the calls, and that's why we get reps in. Cool. Who wants to go next?
I'll give it a crack.
Sweet. All right, River, who wants to be his prospect?
Yo,
No one. All
Or
right,
Zach?
let's
sweet.
do it.
Get Gabriel.
Still,
Sweet.
brother.
Okay, cool. Sweet, Gabriel. So that just comes down to $5,000, man.
Yeah, okay. Um, yeah, I'll probably take like 1 or 2 days off, run it by missus, and literally be right back with you, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. And just in the meantime, should we actually book in a time just so we can lock it in so we're not chasing each other around? Will that work?
Sorry, come again.
Can we book in a time so we're not chasing each other around? We can have that conversation after you've had that chat.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. Does Monday at this time work for you?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Cool. And in the meantime, just to see if I can help out and answer any questions when we do have that chat. Like when you go away and chat with your missus and have a think about it, what do you feel like is actually coming up for you there? To see if it can help.
Oh, I just want to like picture the course exactly as it did to me, tell all the good things about it, and yeah, once I got her approval, we'll crack on.
Okay, cool. And after discussing everything we've been through the program, like everything A to Z, do you feel like it all can actually get you to the point where you're bringing in 10K a month?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. You don't sound too certain there. I mean,
Oh,
do you feel like there's anything that won't help you there?
no, not at all. No.
Okay. And what do you feel like stands out for you? Like that will really help you get to the goals of you getting 10K a month?
I think it's the number of coaches you guys have on the platform.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Well, knowing I guess it is the right fit for you, right? It can get you to the point where you're bringing in 10K a month, providing for your partner, like you mentioned before. Do you feel like anything's going to come up when you do have that chat with your partner that's stop you guys from moving forward in the past?
Oh, I have bad spending habits. I always spend like in our joint savings account. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I guess it's just I don't think so. No, maybe not. It'll just be
Don't think
about
so?
like the amount. Yeah, it'll just be about the amount of money I'm spending.
Yeah, yeah. What do you
That's
mean by
all.
the amount? Is it just like something that's just like totally out of the picture for you? You won't be able to afford food? Like, what do you mean by that?
No, it's just she just needs to make sure it's like the right thing for me. That's all. Like
Oh,
we've got
okay.
the money. Yeah,
I hear you. Yeah. And can I ask you a question, Gabriel?
for sure, man.
Is it you that's going to be doing the training and all the hours you're spending in this time to actually commit yourself to get to the 10K a month?
Yeah.
Okay. So just curious, like, why are you asking your, like, this is not a good line to go down. What am I doing? Um,
I'm gonna let you freeball because you've been doing pretty good so far. So I want to
yeah,
let
yeah,
you like stretch yourself and see how you go,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then correct it after.
yeah. Okay. Okay, Gabriel. I mean, yeah, that's really fine. And just curious, because before you're mentioning how you wanted to really provide for your partner and give her the life she deserves, is that still something you're still wanting to do, Gabriel?
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, of
Okay,
course.
awesome. And just is that going to be you doing the training and doing putting all the hours into this to commit to that to actually make that happen?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you feel like it would be fair to put that decision on her and potentially maybe even stop you from giving her that life that you wanted to give her? I do feel like that'd be fair, knowing that I guess you're the one that's going to be putting in the efforts, bringing in the 10K a month. I do think that's a fair thing to do.
Oh, like I'm not trying to put the decision on her. I just want to like see if she's comfortable with me like actually investing the money. That's all. It's
Mm.
just like more of like the whole savings account situation. That's all.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay.
Yeah.
And what would happen if you went to her and she just said, "No, Gabrielle, that's not happening. You're not doing it."
I'll probably do it anyway, man.
Okay, but why? Why not just kind of continue down the line you've been going the past 5 years?
Because I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I know if I don't take this step, I'm probably going to let it down a little bit with obviously the things we want to buy, the house we're trying to save up for. So yeah,
Okay, I hear. So what do you feel like you need to do right now to put yourself in the best position so that you don't continue to say where you are and you actually do get to your goals, knowing that you'll do it anyway, even if she says no?
probably get started.
Probably. You don't sound too certain, man.
Yeah, get started. But just are we able to do like not 5K? Just like just so, like because I don't know if I can comfortably put the 5K down right now. But maybe if we can go for a little bit less just to get started, that'll be great.
Yeah. And when you say comfortably, man, what do you mean by that?
Oh, just like I think she wouldn't mind if I put like $500 or $1,000, but like 5K is just a
Mm.
bit much to put down now. It's a bit yeah, let's call it scary.
Scary. Okay. And I understand that, man. Like, it is a scary decision, right? Because at the end of the day, you've never done this before. And if you were nervous, I mean, I'd be nervous for you, right? But I
Yeah.
guess, as you mentioned, you've been an employee for the past 5 years, and it's really about shifting that mindset, right? Because for the past 5 years, you've had the mindset of an employee, but you're trying to have to make the decision as your business owner self, right? The 2.0 version of yourself, right? But you're not there yet. You're not bringing in 10K a month. So what do you think the 2.0 version of yourself would actually do today to make sure, this actually does happen and he gets to the point where he is now?
Just send it, get started and start making the money back as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does change happen when you're comfortable or uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable.
Okay. So what do you feel like you should do to actually make this happen?
Let's do it.
It's sloppy.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Good
Oh,
shit,
sick.
bro.
How many of my reels have you been watching?
I probably watched about like 20 of your recordings actually. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
bro. I
funny
mean,
that
look, that was yeah. Go,
I was
Marcus.
just gonna say bro, I've got the exact same. I wrote it down today, like spouse objection, everything written down, but you delivered it like spot on. That was mad. Like that was so sick to see. The whole part was
Really
Wait,
good, bro.
that was
Really
awesome.
good. I can tell you've watched the shit.
yeah.
There's like there's maybe like a few things I would have done differently, but like you got through it. Like
Mm,
that would survive a lot of partner objections. That
yeah.
would get most of them. That was really good, bro.
Yeah.
Just like slight things to improve on. Um, you're like sometimes it's really easy to get excited to deliver the line because you know
Mm,
where you're going, like you know what you want to say, you know the word tracks. Just remember, it's the first time they're hearing it. Like you might have had that conversation 100 different times. It's their first time. So like delivery wise, just make sure you slow down, especially around the do you feel like it's fair question.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
if you say it, so I mean, knowing it's you, do you feel like it's fair to put that on her? It's a little bit abrasive, and
yeah.
oftentimes people push back on it when you do it like that. But if you say the exact same thing, but you deliver it like this, yes, I mean, like at the end of the day, River, like, is it going to be you or Vanessa going through the program?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay. So, like, knowing it's you going through the program, like, whose responsibility is it to actually get a return of investment when you do invest the 5K? Like, is that you or Vanessa?
That would me. Yeah.
Okay. So, knowing that it's you and your responsibility, I guess, like, do you feel like it's, I guess, like, fair to put that decision on Vanessa when it's you at the end of the day?
No, probably not.
Why not, though?
Yeah, because my decision and I'll be doing all the work. So yeah,
Yeah. So then you could go from there. But just that
yeah.
little part, I was like, okay, that was a little bit quick. Just
I
slow down
agree.
there.
I noticed that when I was doing it too, but I think it's because I haven't role played around other guys in a while now. It's been like 2 months, 3 months. So
No,
yeah.
it's good, bro. It's good. That's a fucking good base to build off. Good stuff, man. Yeah, just the speed. And then I mean there was one part where you went in circles, but I like you did one circle of the same thing, but I think you were just kind of like buying yourself some time to figure out where you're gonna go next. But overall it was pretty solid. Gabriel, how was that for you? Like, were you just like being super easy, or do you feel like that would have been like the next things that a prospect would say if you're in their shoes?
Yeah, I was being as real as I could be.
Okay.
The one part which you literally just mentioned, which I wrote down, was yeah, just say that fair part slower because I genuinely wanted to just go and see if she was okay with the 5K. In my head, I was like, there was no objection to the course. So if it came across too direct, I would have been like, whoa, I just want to go check the money.
Yeah, get a bit defensive. But if you slow down, you give them time to really process it, and you can have a little bit of a confused face as well. It's like
Yeah.
feel like it's like fair to put that decision on her. Kind of your eyebrows a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool, good stuff. Who wants to go next? Don't be shy.
I'll go if no one goes.
Yeah, sick. Let's do it. All right, Anton. I'll be your prospect.
Peace.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, what are the next steps from here?
Well, you tell me, like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, like, how do we get started?
Well, typically we just process the investment, get you access to the modules, and one of our coaches will reach out, and then we just get stuck in.
Okay. You
That's all
just
we do.
do you just like send that in an email and then I can do it then, or how does that work?
Typically we do it on the call, just so we can get you onboarded, get you in, get you rocking and rolling. Is there a reason why you ask?
Um, no, I mean, no, not really. I mean, is there like a contract or anything that I sign though? Like, I just want to like make sure I like read over stuff and just yeah, just like
What's behind you saying that? Just to see how I can help.
um, I think it's just like normally like I like don't get me wrong, like I want to do this. I think it's just normally I take a bit of time to like, really just digest everything and just like look over everything because I've just like I've done this before. I got like really excited. I signed up on the call and then I just got scammed.
No stress. I can appreciate that. Like money aside, would you do it though?
Oh yeah, 100%.
How come? Because like aside from the money, it's still an investment of your time, effort, energy. You're still gonna have to put yourself out there, right? Like why would you actually do it?
Well, because like long term, like this is what I want to do. Like I want to be a fitness coach and like that's what I want, and this will help me get there.
And what would that actually do for you though, like long term getting to that stage?
Well, just everything we mentioned, be able to travel, work online, surround myself with better people, just all that sort of stuff.
Mm. And in terms of like the way you've made decisions since that experience, like can you just let me know like what actually happened, just to help me understand like where you're coming from?
Oh, with the scam.
Yeah, or like was it a scam? Like what happened on your end?
Yeah, so basically I had this guy DM me, and he was offering like this done for you trading bot with crypto,
Yeah.
and yeah, I lost like $1,000.
Gotcha. How long ago was that?
About like 3 years ago.
And over the last 3 years, like you making decisions since that bad experience, making decisions the same way, like how beneficial has that way of thinking actually been in terms of getting you where you want to go? Like being a fitness coach, having the freedom you want.
What do you mean?
Like making decisions the same way for the last 3 years since that one bad experience. I can appreciate it was, by the way, but like making decisions the same way, like how beneficial has it actually been in terms of getting you to where you want to go?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, it, I mean, beneficial, I'm not really sure. It's just that, like, I just want to be careful before I just, like, jump the gun on something, you know? Because, like, this is the first time I'm speaking with you guys. Like, I've followed Zach for a while, obviously, but, you know, it's the first time I'm like, I didn't know the investment, I didn't know what it was going to look like, nothing like that. So it's just, yeah, it's just a bit quick, that's all.
100%. It's a bit like scary and uncertain, right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, that's normal. It should be, right? Because at the end of the day, like this has happened before, right? And it didn't go too well. So these feelings will be coming up again. But I guess for you, like, what does it look like if you let that way of thinking and the way you've made decisions since that one bad experience hold you back from actually getting the help you need to get to where you want to go?
Well, yeah, I guess I just wouldn't, like, I wouldn't actually invest in anything.
Which would lead to what exactly?
Probably just more of the same, I guess.
Like, are you okay with that?
No, fuck no, no.
So like to make different decisions, right? Because there's two types of people you can be now. Like you can be the type of person that lets one bad experience hold him back from ever being getting to where he wants to go, right? Or you can be the type of person that, for example, Elon Musk, right? Failed 9 businesses before he boomed with Tesla, right? Imagine if he gave up on the first one, right? So like what do you feel like not the 9 to 5 version of yourself would do, but the business owner? What would he do in this scenario?
Well, he'd have a lot more money, so he'd probably just do it.
Aside from having more money, what would he do? Because Elon Musk didn't have a lot of money when he failed businesses, right? Like what would you do, even though you failed before, to actually get to where you want to go? Like who would you
Yeah,
act like?
probably try again.
So who am I speaking to? Am I speaking to business owner Orlando or 9 to 5 Orlando that makes his decisions based on bad experiences in the past, or the business owner who backs himself no matter what?
Yeah, you're good, man. You're really good. What? How long have you been doing this for?
Just a hot minute, but answer my question, So it's a true question, right? Like who am I speaking to? You tell me.
Yeah, I mean,
Not my choice.
yeah. No, I mean, like right now, I've probably still been like the 9 to 5 employee, and I want to switch to that business owner perspective. It's just like, yeah, it's just actually making the switch that's like hard.
Because you're at a bridge, right? Right now, you made decisions like the 9 to 5 employee, like you said, which has led you to right now. And as we've talked about before, it's not something you're completely happy with. And on the other side of the bridge is where you want to be, right? As the business owner. To cross that bridge, who do you feel like you need to act like though?
Yeah, the business owner.
How come?
Well, because he would bet on himself again and like until it works out, basically.
Hmm. So how are you going to start acting like a business owner to make sure you get business owner results versus 9 to 5 results in life?
Yeah, probably just bite the bullet.
What's this probably stuff? What do you mean?
Yeah,
What do you mean probably?
yeah, no, bite the bullet, bite the bullet. Yeah,
How are you going to do that?
just do it.
So what should we do?
Yeah, let's do it. I was like, do I do another loop? That was good, bro.
I kind
Really
of wanted
good.
you to, but that's right. That was
You wanted me to? Okay.
uh,
That was really solid, bro. That was fun.
I was trying out some stuff.
Which one in particular?
I don't know, bro. It was a bit blurry in my mind what I was doing, but I was trying to make it work.
Yeah. I really like I tested you and I was like, well, the business owner would have more money. And you're like, yeah, money aside, like, you know,
Mm.
what actions does he take though? That was good. I definitely threw you off when I was like, you're good at this. How long you done
Yeah, I
this
was like, shit, I haven't had that in a little while.
for? Yeah. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
That was funny.
What were the what are for the guys that are listening in, what are some of the main takeaways? When you guys say out loud what you're learning and what you're teaching, it'll help you remember it.
I really liked how you're not letting him use the same way of thinking, like what's got him those past results. Like I'll try and find a way that will work within my offer, to be able to do that. But yeah, like everything that's led them to this point is because of the way they've been doing things. And it's just not letting them have that escapism, I guess, again.
Well, the thing is, they can escape. You give them two options, but they could choose to not answer you. Like we were talking about this last night. Like they could. Like I gave you a couple binary different identity options. But like what I tried to do is essentially make you realize that you making decisions the same way is like idiotic. And no one wants to be an idiot. And then they start to view themselves as a loser. Then they have to pick the other identity. Right? But you don't choose it for them. They choose it.
Yeah.
Then I just tried to make you
You
tell
can't
me
let
how
them
you
buy
do
in.
it.
You can't buy into the bullshit either, because it's like, yeah, that's the biggest thing.
One thing for you guys to pick up quickly is like when he was giving me like, fluff, I was like, well, what's behind you saying that? Or like, where does this way of thinking come from? Like I found that works really well. Cut through the BS really quick, and just get to the real shit.
It also buys you time too.
Yeah.
And it gives you
Yeah,
more,
if you actually have no clue what to say, just say something like that. They'll start talking more.
yeah. And it gives you more meat to work with. Because sometimes in objection handling, people have like they want to save face, right? So they'll just say like a few short things. And if you're like, fuck, I don't know where to go from here. Like, how do you mean? Or what's behind you saying that? Like when you probe, it like forces them to expand more. And then the more they expand, the more they open up, they're bound to fuck up. Not like in a sense that they're gonna say something that you can like probe on. Like, oh, that. What? Like you can pick up on it because they've given you more.